One thing you have to do if you're out here at Husker Harvest Days is stop on in the commodities building, see how your checkoff dollars are at work with the various commodities groups, including the soybean board. And Victor is here with the soybean board. And what are some of the things that producers are talking to you guys about these days?
Well, the big things that we're covering at the event this year is biodiesel, and we're talking about the livestock industry and its importance to us, and also we're talking about this year's crop and what the possibilities are of the production.
When we look at biodiesel, obviously soy biodiesel is a great product and something that uses our Nebraska product and turns it into fuel, and that's a great option for folks, right?
It's a big plus for the soybean industry. About 1.2 billion gallons of biodiesel fuel were manufactured last year. 55% of that came from soybean oil. And what that does is that makes your soybeans worth about 73 cents a bushel more just because we had a market for the soybean oil.
One thing I think the soybean board deserves credit for these days is working with others like the pork producers we saw recently at the state fair, trying to tell that farm to market story that these soybeans were growing. That's the pork chop or the bacon that you're enjoying on your dinner table, getting that message out to folks, right?
That's very important to us. That's our number one customer is the livestock industry. If we don't have the livestock industry, we don't need to grow all the soybeans we're growing in. And the pork industry and the poultry industry are large consumers of the product that we have when we process the soybeans. They utilize the meal for feed.
Certainly, we're getting closer to harvest time. Generally, what are your thoughts on how this fall's harvest might shape up here?
Well, definitely the state of Nebraska could use a nice general rain across the state, and that would just help finish the pod fill on a lot of the soybeans. August is always when we need a good shot of moisture to make a good bean crop. We have areas of the state that have received some good amounts of moisture and their crop looks really good, and we have some areas that are pretty short. And so all in all, I'm hoping that when we blend it all together, we have an average year for the Nebraska farmers.
Talking now with Royce Shaneman from the Nebraska Wheat Board, and of course this is a great place to come and connect with producers and just see what's on their mind, right Royce?
That's absolutely right. We always enjoy the opportunity to come out and have the chance to visit one-on-one with producers and share some of the latest information that should be able to help them out.
Obviously we've been dealing with drought the last couple of years. As we kind of wrap up the fall, move towards winter, what kinds of things are producers in the wheat side of things going to have on their minds, do you think?
Well, the big thing right now is seeding. The seeding time is upon us in the western part of the state, and that'll gradually move to the east. So we've got the seed guide with all the university recommendations and 3 years of data that they can compare and make the best decision for their operation.
Royce, you guys, just on the heels of the Nebraska State Fair, you certainly talked to a person or two and maybe even fed a person or two out there at the fair. That was a good exposure for Nebraska wheat, right?
That's right. We served over 40,000 samples of cinnamon rolls while we were out there during the fair. It was really nice to connect with our consumers and end users. It's just a great event for us.
Very good. Well, Royce, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on this special edition at Husker Harvest Days.
This has been a wonderful trip and journey for us the last few days here, and we hope that you enjoyed watching the program. And don't forget, here on NTV's Grow, it is our passion to really educate those out there about agriculture and what it's all about. And we're really wanting to talk to the producers themselves as well and get their stories.
And we want to hear from you, so don't be afraid to email us, grow@nebraska.tv, or check us out on Facebook and Twitter.
And so you're watching NTV's Grow. Don't forget to join us here on Sunday nights.
Each and every Sunday night, and we'll see you back here again next week.
Have a good one.